Hello everyone, we are talking about budgetary deficits in previous classes. Before discussing budgetary deficit, we have talked about budget. Budget is a financial document which contains revenue and estimates of government for this year, previous year and upcoming year, and it is classified into two parts: revenue budget and capital budget. Revenue budget is again classified into two parts: revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. One more time, this budget which contains the revenue and expenditure estimate of the government for previous year, this year and upcoming year. It is classified into two parts: revenue budget and capital budget. This revenue budget is again classified into two parts: revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. Similarly, this capital budget is also classified into two parts: capital receipt and capital expenditure. Now we have four components of budget: revenue receipt, revenue expenditure, capital receipt, capital expenditure. So the receipt of government is of two types. One is revenue receipt, other one is capital receipt. You can also say that expenditure of government is classified into two parts: revenue expenditure and capital expenditure. Now we are going to talk about what are the characteristics of revenue receipts. Revenue expenditure, capital receipt, capital expenditure. So first of all, we have discussed the features of revenue receipt. So this type of receipt neither create liability nor reduces any asset of the government. Examples under this category are tax revenue, non-tax revenue. As per concern of revenue expenditure, the features of revenue expenditures are neither reduces liability. Those expenditure which neither reduce liabilities nor creates any asset is considered as revenue expenditure. The examples under this category are interest payment, civil administration, defense, subsidies on food fertilizer, export, social justice, education and health. On the other hand, capital budget, capital receipt, the features of capital receipts are either it creates a liability or reduces an asset. The examples under these categories are revenue from loan, borrowing, open market operation, borrowing from open market, RBI, foreign government, International Monetary Fund and other loans. Other component of these categories are small saving schemes, National Savings Certificate, Kisan Vikas Park, Provident Fund, and government also can raise revenue by disinvesting the public stake from various enterprises or various areas. For example, government is proposed to sell LIC stock holdings, age stakes in LIC more than 49%. So this is nothing but disinvestment. We have talked about all this in the previous lecture. Here our main objective is to know the features of all four features of all these which items are come under the capital receipt and which items come under the revenue receipt, which expenditure comes under revenue expenditure, and which one is going to come under capital expenditure. So the examples of capital expenditures are loan to the states and union territories, expenditure, building and roads, flyovers, factories. All these types of expenditure are considered as capital expenditure. Now we are going to talk about concept of deficit. So what do you mean by the deficit? Deficit means when expenditure is more than revenue, then it is considered as deficit. So we are talking about budgetary deficit, the deficit which are related to government budget. So first deficit is revenue deficit. We are going to look at this classification. It is your revenue budget and we are talking about revenue deficit. So revenue deficit is related to revenue budget. So this revenue budget is classified into two parts: revenue receipt and revenue expenditure. When your revenue expenditure is more than revenue receipt, then this type of deficit come into play. So simply what you can say here, when revenue expenditure excess over revenue receipt, then revenue deficit comes into the play. Or revenue deficit refers to excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipt. So here revenue deficit is revenue expenditure minus revenue you have to learn this formula. What is revenue deficit? Is nothing but it is excess of revenue expenditure over revenue receipts. So if we talk about what are the effects of revenue deficits, here your revenue expenditure is more than your revenue receipt. So which type of expenditure actually occurring in the economy, we have to see here. So you know about the characteristics of revenue expenditure. What are the impacts of? You can simply leave here. If you are interested to know more, then listen it. Impacts on economy. So here revenue expenditure is increasing. Revenue expenditure this revenue expenditure is increasing means those type of expenditure which neither create any capital asset in the government nor reduces liability of the government. These expenditures neither create any asset nor reduces liabilities of the government. So this type of expenditure is not considered as good expenditure. So how this expenditure will be financed? To finance this expenditure, we have to take resources from this capital receipts. Here is a deficit in revenue account, yani revenue deficit is more than revenue receipt, so you have to take resources from capital receipt. So what is the problem in that? The problem is here. If you look at the features of capital receipt, you will answer why this type of deficit is a problem for the government. The capital receipt either create a liability. You are taking resources to finance capital receipt, capital. Let me explain one more time. Here in revenue account, there is a deficit, which is revenue deficit. To finance this deficit, we have to take resources from capital receipt. The problem is that capital receipts are those types of receipt which either create a liability or reduces an asset. So this type of receipts are not good for the economy. Okay. So it is all about the impact on the economy. Here actually government is what is doing? This saving. Government is this saving because his current consumption is more than its current revenue. Government is unable to meet regular and recurring expenditure of the government. Okay. So यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम ये हो सकती है कि गवर्नमेंट जिस पैसे का इस्तेमाल करके डेवलपमेंटल प्रोजेक्ट्स में यूज कर सकता था, वो सारा का सारा पैसा वो अपने रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट को कम करने में लगा रहा है. रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट में हमने देखा था वो सारे एक्सपेंडिचर होते हैं जो कि इकोनॉमी में ना तो कोई एसेट जनरेट करते हैं, ना तो गवर्नमेंट की कोई लायबिलिटी को रिड्यूस करते हैं. तो ये था हमारा रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट. दूसरा बात करते हैं हम लोग कैपिटल डेफिसिट. This type of deficit is not any deficit, it is only for your understanding. Only for understanding. So capital deficit refers to your capital budget when your capital expenditure is more than your capital receipt, then this deficit comes into the play, capital deficit. So why it is not a problem? Because capital expenditures refers to those expenditure which either create an asset or reduces liability of the government. So this type of expenditure is considered a good expenditure. So if there is a situation of capital deficit, we are not going to call it capital deficit. We say that problem of capital crunch. Problem of this situation is considered as capital crunch situation. Capital crunch situation. So this is very simple. Now third is your budgetary deficit. Budgetary deficit. We will explain in next page. Third is your budgetary deficit. Previous to this deficit, we have talked about revenue deficit and capital deficit. These two deficits do not include overall picture of government deficit. Both are talking only a part of deficit for the government. This deficit will consider total deficit of the government. So whenever total expenditure exceeds from total revenue, then this type of expenditure, this type of deficits comes into the play. Okay, so the formula for budgetary deficit will be total expenditure minus total receipt. So this expenditure, total expenditure is of two types. Look at here. The expenditure is of two types. One is revenue expenditure and other one is capital expenditure. We mean to say that all the expenditure of the government is classified into two parts. Either it will revenue expenditure or it will be capital expenditure. Similarly, the total receipt of government is also classified into two parts. Either it will be revenue receipt or it will be capital receipt. So look at here. This total expenditure is classified into two parts. One is revenue expenditure and other one is capital expenditure. Similarly, this receipt is also classified into two parts, revenue receipt and revenue receipt and capital receipt. So we can write here, in place of total expenditure, we can write revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure. In place of total expenditure, we can write total expenditure is classified into two parts, revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure. Similarly, this total revenue receipt is also classified into two parts. So we have in place of total expenditure, we have written revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure. Here is minus sign, we will simply write minus sign, and total receipt can be written as revenue receipt plus capital receipts. Capital receipts. So to express revenue expenditure, I simply write RE. To express capital expenditure, I'll simply write CE. Okay, so here is RE plus CE. Here is minus, and to express revenue receipt, I simply write RR. To express capital receipts, I simply write CR. So this is your revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure. Now I will multiply by this minus in this bracket. So here will be minus revenue receipts. Now the multiplication of minus 1 will be कैपिटल रिसीट. ये जो माइनस साइन है हम इसको ब्रैकेट के अंदर लेके जाएंगे या ब्रैकेट को रिमूव करेंगे तो ये भी दोनों नेगेटिव में हो जाएगा आपका. नाउ द नेक्स्ट स्टेप व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू, आई विल राइट रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रेवेन्यू रिसीट simultaneously in one bracket. In other bracket I will write capital expenditure and capital receipt. एक ब्रैकेट में मैं रेवेन्यू रिसीट को मतलब रेवेन्यू अकाउंट के पार्ट को लिखूंगा और यानी मैंने रेवेन्यू अकाउंट वाले को अलग कर लिया और कैपिटल अकाउंट वाले को अलग कर लिया. ये देखिए रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर है और ये आपका रेवेन्यू रिसीट है. सो दिस इज योर this part, then capital expenditure minus capital receipt. So can you tell me what you can written here? This is capital expenditure minus capital receipt, and this is your capital expenditure minus capital receipt. Sorry, this is your revenue expenditure minus revenue receipt, and this is your capital expenditure minus capital receipt. So the revenue deficit is nothing but revenue expenditure minus revenue deficit, and your capital deficit is nothing but capital deficit is equal to nothing but your capital receipt minus capital expenditure minus capital receipt. This is the formula for capital deficit and this is the formula for revenue deficit. I mean to say that in place of this bracket we can simply write revenue deficit. And in place of this we can write capital deficit. So budgetary deficit is nothing but it is sum of revenue deficit plus capital deficit. Okay. So what is the problem in this type of deficit? Government is not using this deficit anymore. After 1997, the government has removed the concept of budgetary deficit. Why? It is showing your overall deficit, but government has removed this type of deficit. Why? What is the problem? The problem is that this receipt, capital receipt, includes borrowing and other liabilities, and it is not part of the government revenue. Government has to repay this type of revenue. मेरा कहने का मतलब ये है कि बजटरी डेफिसिट के अंतर्गत हम हमारा जो रेवेन्यू पार्ट था और उस रेवेन्यू पार्ट का कैपिटल रिसीट जो था उसे ये बजटरी डेफिसिट अपना रिसीट मान रहा है, जबकि जब रेवेन्यू रिसीट के आइटम की बात करें अगर हम, तो इट इंक्लूड बोरोइंग एंड अदर लायबिलिटीज. इसमें बोरोइंग है, बोरोइंग आपको रीपे करना पड़ेगा बाद में, तो ये इसकी समस्या है. तो गवर्नमेंट ने 1997 में इस कॉन्सेप्ट को छोड़ दिया और एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट लेके आए जिसका नाम है फिस्कल डेफिसिट. फिस्कल डेफिसिट, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. तो ये भी क्या है, तो ये जो बजटरी डेफिसिट था ये सही ढंग से गवर्नमेंट के डेफिसिट को नहीं बता रहा था. तो इसके जो प्रॉब्लम है इसको दूर करने के लिए एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट लाया गया जिसका नाम था फिस्कल डेफिसिट. तो फिस्कल डेफिसिट का मैं फॉर्मूला लिख देता हूं. टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर माइनस टोटल रेवेन्यू यानी जो टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर था उसमें से टोटल रेवेन्यू घटा दिया जाए. टोटल रेवेन्यू हमारा क्या था, रेवेन्यू रिसीट प्लस कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर. लेकिन इस कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर में बारोइंग का पार्ट इंक्लूड था, इसलिए हम इस रेवेन्यू में से, टोटल रेवेन्यू में से बारोइंग एंड अदर लायबिलिटीज को माइनस कर देंगे. बारोइंग एंड अदर लायबिलिटीज will be subtracted from total revenue. This concept was introduced in 1997 and 1998 on the recommendation of Sukhmay Chakravarti Committee. So, what is fiscal deficit? Fiscal deficit is excess of total expenditure over total receipt excluding borrowing during a given financial year. You can write here, it refers to the excess of total expenditure over total receipt excluding borrowing. During the given financial year. One more We will explain this fiscal deficit in detail. Fiscal deficit is total revenue minus total, here is, I have to cut it. Fiscal deficit equal to total, once again I am doing same type of mistake, total expenditure minus total revenue excluding borrowing. My English and my writing is very terrible, but you have to look at this. Total revenue minus borrowing and other liabilities. अगर आपको इससे अच्छा कंटेंट कहीं मिल रहा है तो आप पढ़ सकते हैं. I want to improve my English, so I am doing this. If it is helpful to you, you can continue with me. Otherwise, if you find better resources, you can see there. No problem. So this total expenditure is nothing but your revenue expenditure plus capital expenditure. Here will be this total revenue is, in place of total revenue I am going to write revenue receipt plus capital receipt minus, it will be borrowing and other liabilities. So this is revenue receipt plus capital receipt. Now I will multiply with this minus in this bracket, so the sign will change. It will be your minus revenue receipt, it will be your minus capital receipt, here minus minus plus borrowings and other liabilities. Now the part of revenue account will be separated. I will, जो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर, जो रेवेन्यू बजट का पार्ट है उसे मैं एक साथ रखूंगा, और जो कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर का पार्ट है, उस कैपिटल बजट का पार्ट है उसे एक साथ रखूंगा. सो दिस रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर एंड रेवेन्यू रिसीट refers to revenue budget. I will put these two simultaneously. Then this plus sign, capital expenditure minus capital receipt plus borrowing and other liabilities. So we have seen that this is your revenue deficit, this is your capital deficit. So fiscal deficit is nothing but revenue deficit plus capital deficit plus borrowing and other liabilities. It will show the complete picture of deficit for the government, and it is very important. Now the next concept is primary deficit. The question, why primary deficit is important? Primary deficit is very simple. It refers to the difference between fiscal deficit of current year and interest payment on the previous borrowings. You can write, it refers to the difference between fiscal deficit of the current year and interest payment on the previous year. So, primary deficit equal to fiscal deficit minus interest payment. तो इसका कॉन्सेप्ट क्यों जरूरी है? एक बड़ा अमाउंट गवर्नमेंट हमेशा एक टोटल एक्सपेंडिचर का एक बड़ा अमाउंट गवर्नमेंट को इंटरेस्ट के रूप में पे करना पड़ता है हर साल। हर एक बजट में एक बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट गवर्नमेंट को इंटरेस्ट के रूप में पे करना पड़ता है। गवर्नमेंट ने लोन लिया होता है और उस लोन का इंटरेस्ट पे करना पड़ता है। ये जो लोन होते हैं वो इंटरनल सोर्सेस और एक्सटर्नल सोर्सेस दोनों से लिए जाते हैं। तो एक बड़ा अमाउंट इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट के रूप में जाता है। तो ये जो इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट है वो किसी पर्टिकुलर फाइनेंशियल ईयर से रिलेटेड नहीं है। पिछले बजट में जो लोन लिया गया था उसका इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट है। यानी कि अगर ये देखना हो कि इस पर्टिकुलर ईयर में गवर्नमेंट का कितना डेफिसिट है तो हम वहां पे प्राइमरी डेफिसिट का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। जैसे मोदी जी आए, गवर्नमेंट में आए, जब उन्होंने बजट बनाया, उन्होंने जो एक्सपेंडिचर किया उसका एक पार्ट तो चला गया इंटरेस्ट देने में। तो हम अगर कहें कि मोदी जी ने अपने कार्यकाल में इतना ज़्यादा डेफिसिट कर दिया तो वो सही नहीं होगा। मोदी जी ने कितना किया हुआ है वो प्राइमरी डेफिसिट हमारा बताएगा। जब हम फिस्कल डेफिसिट में से इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट को निकाल देंगे, क्योंकि ये मोदी जी से पहले के लोगों ने ही लोन लेके रखा हुआ था तो मोदी जी को उसका इंटरेस्ट पेमेंट करना पड़ा, तो मोदी जी का इसमें क्या कसूर है? ठीक है। तो यानी करंट ईयर का फिस्कल डेफिसिट कितना है वो हमें प्राइमरी डेफिसिट से पता चल जाता है। एक छठा है जो 2011 में एक कॉन्सेप्ट आया था, इफेक्टिव रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट। इफेक्टिव रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट का कॉन्सेप्ट ये होता है रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट माइनस ग्रांट इन क्रिएशन फॉर कैपिटल असेट। ये क्या है? जैसे सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट एक FRBM एक्ट आया है जो ये कहता है कि गवर्नमेंट को धीरे धीरे अपना फिस्कल डेफिसिट, प्राइमरी डेफिसिट और रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट कम करना पड़ेगा, फिस्कल डिसिप्लिन में रहना पड़ेगा। जैसे आपकी सरकार है तो आप ऐसा नहीं है कि आप बहुत ज़्यादा रिसोर्सेस खर्च कर दें, जिससे दिक्कत होगी। तो इसलिए इन सभी डेफिसिट की एक लिमिट बनाई गई है कि इतने लिमिट में ही ये सब डिजायरेबल है। तो ये जैसे रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट था आपका, तो इसमें जो एक्सपेंडिचर होता है, एक एक्सपेंडिचर गवर्नमेंट ग्रांट देती है, गवर्नमेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट को ग्रांट दे देती है और इस ग्रांट के जरिए स्टेट गवर्नमेंट कुछ कैपिटल एसेट क्रिएट करती है। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट का कहना है कि जब हमने पैसा ग्रांट के रूप में दिया और उस पैसे से कैपिटल एसेट जनरेट हो रहा है तो वो उसको आप रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट में ना दिखाएं। तो इसीलिए एक नया कॉन्सेप्ट शुरू हुआ था हमारा इफेक्टिव रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट, जिसमें हमने रेवेन्यू डेफिसिट में से ग्रांट इन क्रिएशन फॉर कैपिटल एसेट को माइनस कर दिया था। तो ये आपके सारे डेफिसिट के कॉन्सेप्ट हैं। थैंक यू।